Today I really want to talk about slowing things down and finding time to work things out, like when you're working on a really difficult problem, because I think it's often overlooked. I think that we feel like a complicated problem has to be solved very quickly, and my gosh, I can't even describe how incredibly helpful it has been for me to just stop sometimes and write things down, because I've come to realize that my mind can only carry so many things. And I wish it could carry more, and some of the smartest people that I know have fantastic memories. Unfortunately, I wasn't given that gift, so for me, I have to really work at it. And one of the tools that I use is a pencil and a piece of paper, but also recognizing when it's time to slow down. Like, for example, today at work, I was working on this little tool to kind of toggle some switches back and forth in like a control that some people were using on a dashboard, right? So nothing really super complicated, I guess, because I've been doing it now for a while, but even still, I stopped and I thought about the process, and I drew a little map with ones and zeros when the thing should be on and when the thing should be off, and I worked out the code, and the code was simple. It was readable because I thought about it. I stopped. I didn't just say, okay, I'm gonna start throwing in jQuery. I'm gonna figure out how to toggle these switches. I didn't just say, I'm gonna give it I'm just gonna jump into something and like try and attack it, because that works sometimes, but if you're doing that all the time, it's so exhausting and it's so ineffective. I think back to this book that I read by Barbara Oakley called The Mind for Numbers, and she said that one of the telltale signs of an experienced person and an inexperienced person is an inexperienced person will simply just jump at a problem, whereas an experienced person, despite whatever people are thinking about them, you know, if maybe people are saying, wow, it's taking them a long time to solve this problem, they're supposed to be an expert in this, no matter what, the experienced person always takes their time doing it because they know how to do it, whereas inexperienced people tend to just go ham because they don't know how to do it. So, hey, what do you got to lose if you just try everything, right? So I really think that this can play to your advantage in life if you slow things down and you think about them, because most things you know how to solve them. The mistakes happen when you jump at it too quickly. So if you're afforded the time and you're afforded the opportunity to slow things down, write them down, think them out, plan them out, get feedback, and really try and think about how you're going to solve that problem. I know it's not always that simple, but trust me, there's a lot of simple times that I could have done that and I just didn't do it. I went with my ego, and I was like, I'm scared of what people are going to think about me if I stop and ask a question, or I'm scared what people are going to think about me if I stop and write things down. And I think it comes with maturity, and now I don't even worry about it, because that's how things get done. You have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, how do you really know where you're going? Like, how do you know what you're gonna do? And maybe if you just plan it, you can solve the whole entire thing. You might find a really easy solution. That really happens a lot for me. It saves me a lot of time. So if you think that this advice is useful, I'm always putting out more content, and I hope you enjoy listening and I hope you enjoy watching. Thank you.